Hey guys, Robin here with AriesFireTarot. Thanks for joining me today for your daily tarot card reading. This card I find impossible to read, but this is from the Starseed Oracle deck. And this is for November 10th. I think I skipped over that part. And the card that I pulled for you it's called Loosen Your Grip. So I think this is going to be a really interesting card. I actually find every card in the Starseed Oracle quite fascinating. And if you guys are really interested in looking at these cards in a little bit more depth and how they came to be, Rebecca Campbell, who authored this book, she actually does have a website, and she talks about her journey to creating these cards and what inspired her. So I find that really, really interesting. So I thought I'd pass that on. So Loosen Your Grip. This talks about coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and to let God in. So from the book, it says we're cyclic beings. It means we follow cycles. And Mother Earth teaches us how to be human every day with the coming and going of the tides and the seasons. If you're clinging to anything, you're resisting the natural flow of who you are. The things we cling to are so often those we most need to let go of. This doesn't make sense to me. It says the food, the substance, the relationship, the job, the people pleasing. Okay, I guess it does make sense. Just basically releasing things that no longer serve you, which I thump on about constantly. The things we cling to often cover up our most vulnerable space, the part we're most afraid to leave empty, the part we guard and don't let grace into. But by keeping that space covered with something that doesn't serve us, or clinging to it for fear of it not staying of its own accord, we prevent ourselves from receiving the things that will. A Course in Miracles tells us, whatever we leave empty, grace will fill. And the Buddha said, you can only lose what you cling to. Indeed, both are true. Wow. If this card appears, you're being called to find the courage to loosen your grip and give up control, to release your coping mechanisms and leave space for grace and God to enter, to surrender all that feels dense to the divine. Loosening your grip doesn't mean that what you're clinging to will go away. It may, or it might stay. But you can be sure that what is for you will find you, and you'll breathe easier knowing that you've shifted from relying on your own strength to surrendering to the grace of life. Well, that's pretty deep. So the Starseed Soul Inquiry, it says, what are you clinging to for fear of nothing coming to take its place? Wow. So, I mean, there's a couple really obvious examples, and let me shift this light back up. I just wanted to bring it down so I could read from the companion book. You know how people cling to relationships because they fear that they'll never find love again, or they cling to a job that they completely hate. They feel uncomfortable. They're not valued because there's fear of something else coming in. So there's something called the vacuum law. It's one of the universal laws of abundance. And it's when you make space for something, when you let something go, what's meant for you will come in. So this is a really intense card for you guys to really observe yourself with your own naked eye. And don't be afraid of your own truth. And I think that's what holds people back a lot from really examining what no longer serves them, or what you're clinging to just because you think that nothing else will come along. Of course something else will come along. It just takes divine and perfect timing. But if you're busy holding on to, and for me, I really, really, really made a lot of mistakes in my romantic life by taking partners that were nowhere near what I deserved, but I was just so afraid of being alone, But anyway, I'm not going to go down that road, but I've been in this position where, okay, I'm just holding on to this because I'm afraid of the emptiness. So the emptiness is there for a reason. It's so that you can honor that space and welcome in the things that resonate with your highest divinity of love and light, and it will serve you. You know, you don't have to be a servant or slave to things that make you feel less than. And this, again, could be an addiction, a habit, a person, a place, a thing, a job. So this is something to really take seriously, you guys, and maybe spend some time in meditation and make a list and what's going on in your life, and look at things in cold hard facts and say, okay, well, this is something I'd really like to release so that the universe can bless me with what I deserve. Very interesting card, very deep, very resonant. So guys, I hope that this was meaningful for you and that you enjoyed it. So take care. Bye.